It's a good day, VA, with Sam Pugh and Carolyn Day Pruitt.
Brought to you by Dunlop House.
My favorite thing about my job is I get to walk through the doors and see the residents smiling and happy, ready for the day to see what kind of activities we have going on. My name is Rachel Barefoot, and I'm the activities director here at Dunlop House. We do things like physical exercise, fun arts and crafts. Working with seniors is great because I like to be able to make their golden years the best they've ever had. No matter what's going on, the residents' health and well-being is our top priority.
Dunlop House, more than a house, it's home.
Welcome to Good Day VA.
Sam, it's here, our final show of the year. We've got some great stuff ahead.
Oh, we sure do. Starting off, we have the premiere of our newest segment, Wild Roots.
Yep, Destiny is taking us on an adventure in the sport of kings. Do you know what that is?
Beheading family members.
No. Funny, but no. She went bird hunting. Let's catch her in action.
I'm Destiny Davis, born and raised in this great state of Virginia. I started hunting with my pawpaw when I was 3 years old. Now I'm passing that family tradition down to my kids. Hunting isn't just something I do, it's a part of who I am. These are my wild roots. Hi, I'm Destiny. We're out here in Jarrett, Virginia at Hunt's Game Preserve with Clint.
Well, today y'all are going to be hunting chukar, and you're going to have flushing dogs. Brad Slayball's got his dog, and John Klein has his dog that's going to come out here, and y'all will be hunting in the fields and the thin wooded area that we normally hunt in, and try to see what you can kill.
So Clint, you're talking about flushing dogs. How does that exactly work?
Well, flushing dogs, as opposed to pointing dogs, flushing dogs find the birds and then they go in and flush the birds for you, where the pointing dogs will point the birds actually, and just hold the point till the hunter actually kicks them up.
Chukar hunting. A lot of people aren't familiar with this type of bird. Tell us a little bit about it.
We have them here all the time, and there's just a good variety of bird to hunt. They're a larger bird than the quail.
I heard they're pretty good eating, though, right?
Oh, they're delicious. Yeah, they're white meat, just like a quail, and really, really delicious.
So today I have with me my 20 gauge Benelli. The shot that we're going to be using for these birds, it's typical for these chukar birds, is a number 8 bird shot. So let's go. So you're just kind of spreading out and just walking the field?
Yep, we'll just walk abreast. Random. Bang, buddy. Put him up. Good shot. Get it. Good shot. That's what got it. Randy, run him up. Run him up. Good. Random. Come on up. Random. Run him up. Woo. There you go. Good boy. Easy. Hey, right here. Easy. Hey, you like it so far?
I love it. Maybe I won't miss that deer next Saturday.
Yeah, you get a lot more chances to shoot here than sitting on deer stand.
Yeah. So far, so good. A lot of action. It's really cool to watch the dogs running around and kind of flushing these birds up right in front of your face. A couple of them a little closer than I thought. Definitely an action-packed hunt, and hopefully go get some more.
Yep. Easy. Easy. There you go. This one. Come here, Tio. Come on, girl.
Hey y'all, we're here with Brad. From the looks of it, we had a great hunt. It was awesome. I had a really good time. Brad here is going to show us how to skin these things out.
These chuckers are fabulous eating, and we're going to clean them up, give Destiny some different options for cooking them, and see what she thinks of them afterwards.
Sounds good. Thought we were going to have to cut these things up with a knife.
No.
It's like
Sam
we got a lot of work cut out for
Sam
us
came
this
back and said,
evening.
"How many play knives you got?" I said, "One."
I brought a knife with me. I was totally prepared to help.
There's tons of ways to cook them. My favorite is cut the meat off the breastbone, flatten it out, tenderizing hammer or something. Roll it in flour, do an egg bath, take a can of Pringles potato chips and crunch them up, and bread it with that, and then either air fry or deep fry, not deep fry, pan fry. You can do them just like that, like a Cornish game hen, bake them in the oven. How you cook them?
One way I like is to fry them in a bread mix.
Yeah.
And then put hot sauce on them and have them like hot wings. And just have little chunks of them.
Cut them into bites.
Yeah.
Chucker bites.
That's it.
Trucker bites, okay. So we had a great day in the field today. Back to you in the studio.
Seems Destiny wasn't the only member on the hunt this time.
Really? Another team member went hunting?
Yeah, Chai combed the woods for that elusive and mythical beast of legend and lore, Hunter Biden. Oh, I mean Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, really?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look.
In this episode of Uncommon Wealth, we continue with our road trip theme, exploring even farther into the Appalachian Mountains of southwestern Virginia. This time we head out into coal mining country to the town of Norton, Virginia. We took State Route 460 to I-85, where we veered off at Abington. We are here on State Route 58. This is headed towards Norton. It's about 45 miles away right now. And we are I think we're close enough to be considered within wood bugger territory, aka Bigfoot country. So let's see if we can solve this puzzle. Are we gonna find clues about the existence of Bigfoot? I don't know. We're gonna try. We're gonna drive through those areas up there around Norton, where the city council has officially decreed via law that the city of Norton is a wood booger sanctuary. Now, you don't do that unless there's something to it, right? All right, well, let's take a look. Norton was incorporated in 1894 and named after the president of the Louisville and Nashville Railroad. Also, it is the center of a bituminous coal region. The High Knob National Forest is nearby. The main street of Norton looks just about like any other typical Virginia main street, but there could be something in the mountains lurking above. We are here in Norton, Virginia, home of the Wood Booger, with Keisha and Anthony. And they manage and run the Super 8 right here at the entrance of Norton, where we are staying. So, what's going on here in Norton with the Wood Booger? Why is Wood Booger everywhere in town?
The actual manager of this property has a nephew that hunts a lot. There's a set of trees, V-shaped trees, and he sees something. He's like, well, what is this? He thinks it's a person at first.
Yes.
So he's like, that's not a person. Don't think that's a bear. But I'm leaving my head out now. As he's leaving, as he's getting on his wheel, he snaps a picture. He said it looks like there's a person standing there. Not a person, but not a bear.
Okay.
But it scared him. We'll put it that way. It scared him, and he hunts all the time. It scared him.
Awesome. Now, Keisha, what do you think about the Wood Booger? Is there something to it, or is it hogwash?
Hogwash.
Hogwash.
I'm gonna challenge you and everyone else. I'm gonna need some proof on that.
All right, this has been Anthony and Keisha here at the Super 8 in Norton, Virginia, home of the Wood Booger. Woo!
Thank you, Ty.
You're welcome, and this is Uncommon Wealthy. Let's go. And now we ascend High Knob Mountain, taking a switchback road to the Flag Rock Overlook. It's easy to envision primal beings stalking about the hills and ridges of these misty, forested mountains. All right, we are headed up towards the area where there is a Bigfoot statue because apparently, or Wood Booger, the Wood Booger has been sighted here. As we near the overlook, the clouds have claimed the mountaintop, casting everything into a whispered foggy hush. Look closely into the passing forest because you might just catch a glimpse of something hiding in the mist. We're now at the very top of this mountain, at least it feels that way. The trail winds its way, switchbacking all the way up to the top, and takes you to where you think you're starting to head down, and there's a big loop, and that's where the trailhead is for the Flag Rock Overlook. Now behind me are these ancient, mystical, mist-covered stones. It's like something out of Jurassic Park or Raiders of the Lost Ark, or any Indiana Jones movie. And apparently, this is also a salamander sanctuary. Now, we have been to many locations throughout Virginia in episodes of Uncommonwealth. This has to be one of the most unique locations that we've ever been to. Of course, it's the Flag Rock Overlook. The city of Norton welcomes us, established in 1974, elevation 3,200 feet. That's the better part of a mile, which is 5,280 feet, if you didn't know. Now, we're really high up, and you might be wondering why you're looking up at me. Well, I tell you what, if I were this close to the wood booger, I'd be a little concerned. I would hope I'd have an apple in my pocket or something to give it. Now, here is the statue of the wood booger. Right there. So, you can walk right up to the edge here. They've got a fence here, so it's perfectly safe. I wouldn't lean on it, but you can look over and see like the stuff going on, the rocks and stuff behind me. Look at that. It is so beautiful. Again, this is Flag Rock Overlook. It is a Bigfoot Sasquatch wood booger sanctuary. It's worth every mile you drive to get here. It's unique, it's free. There's camping. There is, that might cost you. There are picnic areas. And what kind of trip would it be coming here to Norton, Virginia without going to the famous Wood Booger Grill? Now, so let's take a look inside. The grill serves delicious main entrees to high-end sports bar fare. It is an experience. Now, Juliana, how long have you been a part of the Wood Booger Grill?
Well, I've been working here since the beginning of February, actually.
Now, first, before we get to the serious topics that we're about to discuss, I have to ask you how you guys made those nachos steaks so wonderful. It's the best nachos I've ever had.
Well, that's our kitchen in the back. They're actually very amazing. They make all of our food and they make it super good.
Okay, now the serious stuff. You've been a resident of Norton all your life.
Pretty much, yes.
Have you ever seen the Wood Booger?
Well, I have never seen him personally myself. I wish I had. That'd be a really cool story to tell.
Yes.
But we have had people come in here that have said they have went up on High Knob and they have seen darker figures that are really tall and they think it would be the Wood Booger. But we never had like a confirmed sighting.
Sure. No photographs,
No,
nothing like
not
that.
yet.
But dark figures on High Knob?
Yes.
And that's the highest part of the mountain?
It is.
Now, Raphael, are you the manager of the Wood Booger Grill? Now, I have to ask you this because we're here in Norton, Virginia to see the Wood Booger. We went up on the trails. I don't think we saw him, but I haven't reviewed all the footage yet. Now, have you ever seen the Wood Booger?
No.
Have you been out hiking there?
I have. I like biking a lot, so I've done the bike trails a lot, but I never did. And I hope I never see it.
Okay, a little scary?
Yeah.
I have to tell you, those nachos were amazing.
We're good.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to see us.
This is Chai Gallahan with Uncommon Wealth in Norton, Virginia. Norton is a worthy road trip destination with other attractions and restaurants, but it is an official Bigfoot sanctuary. You never know what you might see in the national forests of these ancient mountains.
So once again, no captured Bigfoot, unless you believe my Uncle Roger. Disappointing.
Well, we'll keep up hope, Sam. Maybe we can get him to look for the Loch Ness Monster next show.
Maybe.
We're almost to the end of the show and the close of another year, and it's time for Baby New Year.
It sure is. And it's a good thing we've got Dr. Sandy telling us about Baby New Year's spinal development. It's always a good thing to develop a spine, Luke Skywalker and Toby from The Office.
Agreed, but I think she's talking about babies in general. Let's check it out.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sandy Elbaum, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, babies. Right? Babies have the cutest little spines, cutest little buns, and my favorite, the cutest little feet. Just kind of eat them all up. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the spinal development of a baby and why it's so important and what's different with a human baby than most other mammals. When babies are born, it takes about 9 months, 40 weeks in order for them to develop. Babies are born with a spine that's shaped kind of like a C. They're all rolled up in a little tiny ball. The first thing that a baby should be able to do physically really is hold their head up. That's going to develop the curve in their neck. As they grow and get bigger, they're going to start getting up on all fours. You're going to see them kind of bounce back and forth, and that's going to develop the curve in their lower back. By the time they're a year or so old, what we should see is that same graceful curve throughout their spine that enables them to be able to move and jump and play and walk and run and all the great things that now a new child can do. One of the hazards, though, is that we want to rush the process. We think that a baby is doing a good thing if they walk at 9 months, or any other thing that is a milestone. My baby's special because they did it early. Actually, that's working against them. It's very important that these milestones happen in the order they're supposed to, so that the spine can develop and be what they're going to be able to use for the rest of their life. Remember, your spine holds and protects your nerve system. Your nerve system is one of the most important things in the body because it controls everything else that your body does. So let's talk about some of the things we do with our babies. One of the most common things we do is we put them in a little thing that puts them in a seated position so they can play and be a little bit more independent, and it gives us adults a little bit more freedom. But that puts their spine in a weight-bearing position before the spine is developed enough to do that. If you've ever been on a farm and you've seen a new cow or horse be born, it's amazing because within a couple of hours, that new baby animal is standing and walking. Our babies can't do that because our bodies have to be able to support our weight on 2 feet rather than 4. So don't rush the process. Don't put your children in toys that aren't designed for what they're already able to do. They need to crawl. That cross-crawl pattern of their arms and their legs going is what develops parts of their brain. Be patient. Let it happen. Thank you.
Well, it looks like we've wrapped up 2022 here at Good Day VA.
Yep, we have. We've seen some splendid spaces, dished up some great food, went off the charts discussing health, and even visited quite a few uncommon locations.
And I got audited. Okay, so let's get to thanking our sponsors.
Hold on. If you've enjoyed the show in 2022, then you can look forward to an exciting makeover in 2023. LNN is looking at some format changes early in the year that will really add to our overall show.
I see, I always leave them wanting more, or at least leave them with a season-ending cliffhanger.
Not quite a cliffhanger, but certainly something to stay tuned in for. Now you can close the show.
As always, I'd like to thank our sponsors, and special thanks to you, Dunlop House, whose continued support has made the show possible.
And of course, thank you to all of you watching this show. For now, have a great New Year's, and as always, have a good day, VA.
I'm excited to see the 2023 changes, but I'm a little bit concerned. They renewed your contract yet?
Yeah, they did back in July. Not yours?
Did they renew China?
In September.
You know, I shouldn't have stolen the producer's air fryer and given it to my wife as a gift.